It's a couple of minutes, that is, about the Scottville Fall celebration. Joe, thanks for coming into the studio this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely, and we'll bring that microphone just closer to you a little bit there, and chat about this event. It's a Saturday. It's a one-day event this year instead of over two days. But you know what? That's part of adapting and listening to the public and the community in general, the businesses. So over the next few minutes, we really want to dive into. And you're very detailed on your notes that you brought in about what is happening this Saturday, and we want to discuss that. We want to share that with the community. So welcome back to the studio.
Yeah, thanks for having me in. It's going to be a great Saturday.
Yeah.
And weather's looking great.
It is.
You're always crossing your fingers when you're having concerts and things going on downtown. You need the weather to cooperate.
Because there is no backup plan, right?
Yeah, there was not a backup plan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's very important. So it looks like we're going to get our weather, and so we got a lot to share with you guys and fill you in on what's going on.
All right. So let's before we even go through some of the details, and we want to share, you can go to ScottvilleFallFestival.com, right, is the website that people can go to for the complete events and happenings.
Actually, it's Scottville Fall Celebration.com.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for clarifying that. And we do have a link on our YouTube and our Facebook page for that right now. History of this festival?
Yeah, so everybody's looking for a fall, much like the Harvest Festival, right? Scottville for years, decades had the Harvest Festival in the fall season, and this is kind of a spin-off from that. The Harvest Festival lost the steam over the time, and then was kind of no more for a while. And then the Scottville Downtown DDA decided to bring back some type of fall event. It was a couple of years ago, the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks, for honoring our heroes, kind of a moment. And it was so successful that we just decided to continue with a fall event. And then this year, actually, we combined our Summer Fest into our fall event as well. So kind of took over as our primary event in downtown Scottville. Yeah,
and it sounds like it's the lineup, the number of bands. You've got the Miss Mason County pageant. You have some sports activities too included in it, right?
Yeah. Very similar to last year. We're going to have South Main Street closed off.
Okay.
We're going to have a stage set up just to the north of the railroad tracks. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have the entire downtown block, south block of Scottville, blocked off, and it's going to be a wide open games, entertainment, music, concert type situation. Of course, the Miss Mason County pageant is going to be going on there. Anyone that wants to come down and see that, obviously, those activities start around 1:00 with the Little Princess pageant and others. I do want to mention, that there's just so much going on. So if you don't mind, I'll just kind of
let's go right down that.
List.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be necessarily quick. I want to break it down too. If there's anything that really is new or maybe something that you've wanted to focus on or enhance this year as well. So go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the new things that we did was bringing in a softball tournament. So they're doing a softball tournament that's going to benefit the Lakeshore Food Club. Obviously, the softball tournament is taking place down at McPhail Field in Scottville, and they're still looking for teams to participate in that. So if anybody's interested, hit that website, and they should be able to locate how they can make contact with the right people there.
And is there there's cost for the team so that it goes to the food club?
Correct, and they're going to be raising funds for the food club, and I think the Ville, which is one of Scottville's businesses, is going to be down there serving pizza, and proceeds going to the Lakeshore Food Club.
That's very cool.
Yep, very good fundraiser. One of our largest fundraisers for our entire time is the rubber duck race.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the rubber duck race traditionally was in the Summerfest, but obviously when we combined the events, it had to go somewhere. We're a little worried the water's going to be kind of cold.
Yeah.
Not for the ducks, but for the guys that are trying to get the ducks back, right?
Yeah. And you've got a lot of volunteers. It was really neat to observe that. We were out there last year covering it, and how many rubber ducks? Like 15
There's
to 20?
1,000 rubber ducks.
1,000. Okay, that's right. Okay.
That's how many tickets we sell. And then the corporate ducks, which are a separate set of ducks, are also sold. And this year we probably will have a couple hundred corporate ducks or more.
Cool.
So 1,200 plus ducks floating down the river. And big kudos, big thank you to our Scottville Fire Department and all of their Mason County Rural Fire Authority that's out there helping to retrieve those ducks before they get down the river. So,
absolutely.
So that's 11 a.m. A lot of tickets are still on sale. We probably sold maybe 600 out of our 1,000. So they do go heavy in the last couple of days. But just so everyone knows that you can get those tickets at businesses in downtown Scottville. And Henry's Landing, Charlie's Bar, West Shore Bank, Smith & Eddy Insurance, North Country Cafe, Bottle and Can, as well as many others.
All right.
So.
And swing in, because it goes really quickly. Like when we arrived last year, again, to cover the event, you do sell some right at the table. Like you're going to still have the tent and table set up to purchase those, and people can do that. But just being able to get there and observe, like is it Bufka doing the who's doing the?
It's Zach Zupin.
Okay, okay, sorry.
And his big crane.
Yes, and so he takes that big box of ducks and drops it in the water, which is really cool. And then it's kind of like a migration of people as the ducks are going down the river, and then it's really neat to be able to see how many people gather on the other side, on the west side of Main Street there near the river
for the announcement of the winners.
Yeah, I think it's just cool.
Yeah,
so
it's wonderful.
Let's see if we can challenge the community this morning to get out, get those last roughly 400.
I would say roughly 400 tickets remaining, and I would not wait until the morning of the race.
No,
because when we run out, we run out.
Absolutely.
And then people are disappointed, especially the little kids coming up and asking for duck tickets.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, sorry, we don't have any left.
All right, so let's
please go to one of our businesses and buy one.
Is it listed on the website, the businesses? Do you know?
Yes, it should be.
Okay, all right. So make sure that we get out there, and we'll put a list of those businesses in the comment section on our Facebook and our YouTube channel too as well.
Much.
Let's talk about the street activities.
Yeah, lots going on in downtown. So street activities start on Saturday at noon. So anytime after noon, you can come on down to South Main Street in Scottville, and actually the entire town of Scottville. US 10 will be shut down, just so everyone knows traffic flow is going to be a little bit diverted there for this time period between noon and 6 p.m.
And you usually close that off right about where, is it Mobile? What's the gas station? Marathon?
Yeah, now you're testing me on this one in terms of streets. That's not my department. But so there'll be, westbound traffic will divert to the north, eastbound traffic will divert to the south, and the normal corridor that we cycle traffic around Scottville. So we will have the North Main Street, South Main Street, and a block east and west closed on US 10.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, and there'll be craft vendors on the north side of town, North Main Street. There'll be Touch a Truck on US 10, so there'll be big pieces of equipment out there, the county trucks, the emergency personnel trucks. So the kids get to come down, climb around if they've never been in one, and have a good time just kind of exploring stuff that they like to see.
And that's great for that first responders, that they get a chance to interact with the community, and that's just a pretty cool event to be a part of.
It is. They enjoy it. When you talk to them, they're down there. They got to give up a day to volunteer, but they're down there really enjoying the interaction with the people and the public, and sharing, all this stuff that they do and how they do it and why they do it. So it's kind of interesting. On top of that, we have got face painting, pumpkin painting, bounce house. The Scottville Choo Choo Chain is going to be running around down there giving rides to kids. Sandcastles Children's Museum is going to be down there with some stuff for kids to do. There's going to be a pedal pole. Okay, so a pedal pole starting at noon is, I don't know if you're familiar with it from the fairgrounds or whatever it is, but we got a green tractor and a pedal tractor and a red pedal tractor.
Okay.
And they set it up. The Coopers do a great job of setting that up, and they'll have a contest. So your kid can enter, boy, girl, doesn't matter. Age groups will split it out, and they'll compete. They'll do like a tractor pole.
That's
but
cool.
It's a pedal pole, so that's going to be a lot of fun for the kids.
Awesome. Yep. Whereabouts is that going to be?
That's going to be right at the main intersection.
Okay,
right underneath the stoplight in Scottville.
That's sweet. And I like how you've kind of moved things a little bit so that there's a little bit more exposure there for a lot of these activities. I think we saw some of the side streets in the past, but now really a lot of this is right on Main Street.
Yeah, we struggled a little bit when we put something in the parking lot, either east or west of downtown, where people would just not locate it, wouldn't see it.
Okay.
So we said, nope, we got to get these roads closed and make sure that we have it right in the main area so that people can see it.
Don't mind our guard dog. We had somebody just come into the radio station. So, but keep going here. This is great. Yeah,
something else to be aware of, folks out there. The veggie van. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but what they do is they give out a ton of produce. They're going to have 150 bags of free produce that they're going to give out at our event. That's going to be located on North Main Street, up towards Wesco area. Up in there. So just be aware that will be happening, and they have 150 bags, and once they're out, they're out. So that'll probably occur fairly soon during the day.
Okay.
Boy, what else? Miss Mason County pageant,
Yep.
huge. You're a part of the pageant. You're going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm a part of the pageant.
Absolutely.
As we're going to be judging again this year.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I had the most exciting experience. I was coerced into it last year, which was the first time I had ever done it.
Yeah.
I had no idea what to expect. I tell you, Kathy Dumas runs a fantastic program, and all of her volunteers do a great job. And they welcomed me in. They kind of showed me what I needed to do. And the experience that I had interacting with the contestants last year, I asked Kathy if I could come back this
That's
year.
great. Yeah.
Because it was so enjoyable.
It is. It's a
Wonderful young women.
Absolutely, and this is my third year hosting the pageant as the MC, and they, you know, when you look at the behind the scenes, you know, their dance when we announce each one of the contestants, and to make sure that they're on that particular point of the song that they do, and but also the camaraderie. We really do have a lot of great pageant contestants that could be Miss Mason County, any of them, obviously, and representing this area as the best that they could. And we saw that with Hannah Allen, our current Miss Mason County. And so it's not just here's the crown, a couple of photos. They're very interactive throughout the year.
They are, and Hannah did a wonderful job, I think, during her year, and she represented us very well, and hopefully we can find another that will do the same this coming year. And like I said, the experience I had just talking with those wonderful young women was eye-opening to me, and I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to it again this year.
And thanks for being a judge again. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. A couple of things on the Miss Mason County pageant, just to mention, things of importance here, which would be sponsorships, right? The sponsorships for Miss Mason County. I know that the title sponsor for the Princess Pageant is the Scottville Optimist Club. Yes. So they made a nice donation there to help make sure that the little girls get to run around in their dresses and tiaras.
Absolutely.
West Shore Bank is the primary sponsor for the scholarship for the award. And West Shore Bank is involved in everything. Yeah. And I'm really excited that West Shore Bank continues to be such a community-involved member, maybe the most involved member in our community when it comes to sponsorships and helping people out. Urca Auto Center also was a sponsor there, and Northside Market sponsored the T-shirts. So just be aware of that. And in general, the event in total, there were a couple of sponsors I wanted to mention. West Shore Bank, of course.
Yep.
Fresh Coast Foam made a nice contribution to the event in total to help us purchase our entertainment, which we can talk about.
That's cool.
And then ProMaster Carpet Cleaning also needs to be mentioned. Jason Meralt and Stephanie.
Absolutely.
ProMaster Carpet. You see their new place out on US 10 out there. They just do a great job, and they're involved heavily in Scottville too. So I just want to bring them up.
No, I think that's great to see that. And the Miss Mason County pageant begins at 1:00. And when you see all the princesses, you've got like 20 to 30 princesses that go up on stage. We have, I think, 4 contestants for Miss Mason County vying for Miss Mason County this year. But the princess pageant, and so for those that are listening and watching, I don't know if it's too late to get the princess into the pageant at this point, but definitely want to go out and observe this for future years. I think that just it's a pretty cool event.
It is. Yep. It is a great event.
The clown band is going to be performing at the Scottville Fall Festival. And by the way, if you're just joining us, we're talking with Joe Knowles here, chamber. You're for the DDA, the
DDA chairperson.
Chairperson, thank you. Yeah. Visiting with us this morning. Something you can watch on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. We're talking about the Scottville Fall Festival. It takes place this Saturday, September 16th. And there's a whole list of activities right there at ScottvilleFallCelebration.com. But it's nice to see the clown band performing, and then other bands. You're filling up the evening with music, right?
Yes, absolutely. The clown band at 3:00 will take the stage. The stage it'll be on South Main Street. You can't have an event in Scottville without the clown band.
Absolutely.
And so we're super excited that they're going to be with us. And then we are going to go to at 6:00, Working on Famous, another local band with a nice following, is going to take the stage. And at 8:00, Whiskey Rebels is going to take the stage for the final event of the evening, 8 to 10 p.m.
That's cool.
basically from 3 o'clock on, there's going to be someone on the stage, and there's going to be a great event going on. And during the event, there's going to be still some things going on, like a cornhole tournament. So that's going to be fun too.
That's cool.
Just if anybody's into cornhole and wants to get involved in the cornhole tournament, it's $10 per person. Pick their partners. I don't know what that means. I'm not a cornhole guy.
Yeah.
They're going to keep the registration open on Scoreholio, and I know that everyone that does tournaments understands what Scoreholio is. They're going to keep it all the way open until 5:30, which is a half hour before the start of the cornhole tournament.
Okay.
That'll be taking place at the northern end of South Main Street.
Okay.
During the concerts.
Yeah.
So you can come down. You can go to Charlie's Bar or North Branch Winery. You can get your drink if you would like it. There's all kinds of other food concessions and everything else going on. But if you want to get a drink, come out and play in a cornhole tournament while the bands are playing. That's all going to be happening on South Main Street on Saturday.
And you have that social district, basically.
We do.
During the time.
Yep. The social district signage will all be up.
That's cool. And is that, by the way, as I'm unfamiliar, is that something that is just for the festival, or is that year round to be able to go out of the bars or the winery? And
it is now year round.
Okay.
So last year for the festival, we specifically did it for our fall celebration.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was a big success. And Charlie's Bar, Charlie Valente there, and North Branch Winery, they both agreed that they wanted to go ahead and move forward with the social districting. So Scottville board did put that in place. The city commission, they did go ahead and put that
That's cool.
through, and so it's going to be year round. So you could technically come to Scottville, and as long as you have your cup and you're within the social district boundaries, you can utilize that, and it's going to be wonderful for the downtown. Events specifically, but even anytime really is kind of nice. One thing to remember about the event is you will need to have a wristband to participate in our social district. Okay. During the event, they're going to check IDs. They're going to give you I think it's a pink wristband that's going to say, hey, you're 21. And then you can get your cup and you can go into the local establishments and get your alcohol. Bringing your own alcohol is not acceptable.
Yeah, we'll say that. Absolutely.
Just so everyone knows that. I want to make sure it's on the radio and we get that out.
Yeah. What about other things that we want to, any preventative measures that we can put out there right now? Parking, any sort of parking areas that you recommend? Anything else that we want to communicate to the listeners and viewers?
Yeah, so the primary parking lot used for the event will be the west parking lot, which is the West Shore Bank, Optimus Building, South Main Street parking lot. That's our largest parking lot. We've actually just had some repavement work done there. Okay. It's looking in a lot better shape than it was last year. Awesome. And then we also have, so if you're coming from the west, that's probably where you're looking to park. If that becomes full, there's side street parking to the south would probably be the most accessible and easy parking. Right. If you're coming from the east, you can park in the east parking lot. There's plenty of spots over there. Okay. If you get diverted around, you could come then to the west side as you come around town.
Because the roads by Dollar General, that area, those will still be open because that's a bit south of the train tracks there.
Correct. South of the train tracks will be open. That is the detour, though. So no parking on side streets within the detour.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Last year, did you have the north end of Main Street closed off, or was it just the south side there?
We did.
Okay.
We did have north, I believe, for Saturday.
Okay. All right. So both north and south, a bit of that block, east and west, starting, and I'm going to put you on the spot here for a moment. Do you know when they're going to start closing the streets there?
I was told yesterday, talking to our wonderful DPW guys down there, that they are actually looking to shut that down perhaps Friday morning.
Okay.
So you're getting, because we have to set up the stage.
Yep, absolutely.
And so that would be shut down for South Main Street,
okay,
right? So that the stage can be put in place. And then Saturday will not be shut down until either very late Friday night or early Saturday. There's always concerns with traffic flow. When's the easiest time to get the barricades out? Nighttime is always scary. To try to shut down a road, a main road, a highway. You could have people running through barricades and stuff. So,
absolutely,
they're really strategic about it. But,
all right, sounds good.
Expect some interruptions
Yeah.
with traffic flow starting Friday.
Well, it's all for a good cause. There, it sounds like there's an element to help the food club. There's an element to just the activities. Obviously, the crowning of Miss Mason County, the princesses, the softball tournament, the rubber duck race. Which the funds, by the way, we didn't mention that the funds from the rubber duck race go to help what?
The funds from the rubber duck race are primarily for now our fall celebration, but it is all part of the DDA's budgeting. So our local DDA uses this as our major fundraiser. We have tax capture and we have some other items, but our budget is very minuscule. And what we're trying to do is build up those funds so that we can use them for mini grants and other opportunities to help businesses come into downtown Scottville. We just did a mini grant round where we are helping with facade improvements and beautification downtown. So our DDA's function is to do that, to bring in new businesses and also to try to beautify our basic South and North Main Street blocks.
And something new this year is that there's a relationship between the chamber, the Mason County, the chamber belongs to Mason County as well, right?
Yeah. So our Ludington Scottville Chamber, our Chamber Alliance, or whatever we're going to call it now. I apologize.
No.
Sorry, Brandy.
No.
We decided to interact with them a little bit more. They're extremely organized. They're highly functional. We needed some guidance. We needed some help to really if we were going to take our summer celebration and move it into our fall event and kind of smash everything together, it was really going to take some organization, and that's what the chamber is the best at.
Absolutely.
And as well as promotion. The chamber does a great job promotion, and I can tell you that early stages of all of this, a little clumsy, we kind of stumble our way in. No one knows exactly what's doing because they've never interacted with us in this event before. But now we're a well-oiled machine. We're running great. Things are looking smooth, and it's just going to be a great collaboration.
All right.
So thank you to the chamber.
Yeah, that partnership was a great decision there, and so glad that you've done it, and we want to reap the rewards from it, and that is having a great time this Saturday right there in downtown Scottville. Events start 8 a.m. for the softball tournament, 11 a.m. for the rubber duck race, noon for the street activities until the evening hours with the music there. Again, ScottvilleFallCelebration.com is the website that you want to go to for all of the events and activities and happenings. Joe, did we miss anything this morning to chat about in regards to this?
I don't think so. I appreciate the time to talk about it, and obviously anybody can reach out to me at any time, and get your duck tickets, everybody. We got a few left. Don't wait till the last minute.
All right, let's do it. All right, Joe, thanks for taking some time with us this morning.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Stand by for 1 second. And for everybody else, make sure if you missed any part of this segment that you can watch it in its entirety on our Facebook pages, either the Hot Country Hits Facebook page or the 102.7 WMOM Facebook page and YouTube channel there. But we will see you this Saturday at the celebration there. It's 102.7 WMOM and Hot Country Hits 99.9.
You're going to need a workout playlist.
Time for work.
We got you covered. 102.7 WMOM.
How you doing, dog?